You know, your president on down to your local police department. They all swore to take an oath to protect the United States Constitution, which the Constitution protects the United States people. But if they don't obey that oath, why in the hell do they take it? Because they're all throwing us under the frickin' bus. They don't. What's going on, people? It's your boy charlieinthebox, the patriotic miscreant. What I'm gonna have in my box today is gonna be police brutality in America. Let's get this video started. Police brutality in America is like childhood hunger. That's at the ass end of the issue. What's the root of the problem? The root of the problem with childhood hunger is what? The lack of parenting skills by their parents. Their parents lack the motivation and the skills to make sure the kids are fed each and every night. Bathe. Make sure they go to school with clean clothes the next day. I don't want to bet you see this dirty kid that don't got clean clothes. They went to bed freaking hungry. Why? Because of the degenerate freaking parents. Those parents don't give a shit about themselves or the well-being of their kids. So childhood hunger is at the ass end of it. That childhood hunger, no matter how much food, money, or manpower, or effort we put into it, it's always gonna be there because we have to deal with the root of the issue, the problem, the parenting. The same thing with police brutality. That's at the ass end of it. What's the root of the problem that we're not addressing? So what's the cancer that we have in our police departments that the outcome is a lot of police brutality? I think it's a demoralization of American society. See, they always told the American people to never talk about politics and religion because it starts an argument. Nowadays, we can't have an adult conversation with loved ones, co-workers, or neighbors without somebody getting their feelings hurt. We're producing a bunch of sissies. They always told the American people we need a separation for church and state. So if that's the case, why would the United States president issue standard Bibles to all men and women that were in the militaries in the 40s? This is one of them. They wanted those people to obey that oath that they took, to protect the United States Constitution from anybody that wished to come do harm, foreign and domestic terrorists. So any order that was passed down that's unconstitutional, they wouldn't obey. Any order that's passed down that's morally wrong and got it from the moral center, like the 10 Commandments, they wouldn't obey. So in order to get them to obey these unconstitutional laws, they want to start policing the people, but take God out of the picture. And with the help of the propaganda from Hollywood, you got the demoralization of American society. Look at the way that our youth act. Look at the way that our little girls are dressing. Hey, look at the amount of trouble that we face as the people. So nowadays, when a law is unconstitutional, hey, you gotta just obey it. Any order that's passed down that's morally wrong, hey, you gotta obey it. Any crime that's committed in the military or in your police department, it needs to be covered up. Hey, you gotta get in where you fit in. And look at the amount of trouble that we face as the people today because of it. See, part of the problem that we face as Americans with our police departments is the way that they're trained. They're supposed to be peace officers, keeping peace amongst the people, to make sure that all constitutional laws that are governing the people as a whole are distributed equally. That if you choose to leave your house, no one's gonna go break into it because they're gonna make sure that all your possessions are left there the way that you left them. But see, they don't pull over everybody the same because of the way that they're trained. When they see an old lady coming for church, well, hey, you got a lighter out. But if you see a young black youth or a young Hispanic youth or somebody that's in the ghetto that looks gang-related, well, it's a felony stop. They're assessing the threat level of each and every one of the people in that car. And they're looking from the back seat to the front seat to find probable cause to search that car. And if they can't find it, they need your consent. So as soon as they get the person, what is they are asking them? Are you on probation? Are you paroled? Are you on drugs? Have you been drinking? And then if the people don't know rights and then give their consent, now they have probable cause to search your car. So if they find something, then shit, you gave the consent and you submitted to it, even though that's morally wrong. If they didn't have an infraction, write them that ticket and let them go just like you did the old lady. But the way that they're trained. See, some of the equipment today that our local police departments are using are downright against the law, unconstitutional, but they're doing it anyways. Point in hand, stingray device. They're not gonna go get a search warrant anymore. They're not gonna go out of the way to talk to a judge and do things within the rule of law. Well, they're just gonna take that information and try to use it as evidence when they try to prosecute you in freaking court. What's the purpose of our damn Constitution if they're not gonna obey it? That's an erosion of your Fourth Amendment. Illegal search and seizure, people. How about today beta testing the Beware program? to assess the threat level of each and every one of its citizens. It isn't Al-Qaeda and ISIS members. It's pointed here at home. Anybody that has discontent with their government and is posting stuff on social media sites, that's who they're pointing it at. It's me and you. That sounds like policing the people. If that wasn't bad enough, what did they tell us? They said over here in high crime areas in the city near you, we need to put these cameras to make sure that all communities are safe. Gangs, drugs, prostitution, that shouldn't be in somebody's community. That's unsafe. How do you want that in our communities? No. But eventually, did they stop that? No. Well, what happened was they put those cameras everywhere in the city. And now it's a police state. It's not keeping peace amongst the people, but it's policing the people. So what's the answer to police brutality in America? Is it the federalization of your local police departments like the United States president wants to do and freaking Al Sharpton on the left? Is it the militarization of your local police departments? Is it an erosion of your constitutional liberties? These liberties that man was granted to them by the Creator. Is it putting up this police state? No. This is what got us to the problem that we face today. We have no moral center. If we brought God back into the picture, if we repented as a people and asked for His forgiveness, there is no amount of evil or deception or lies that we would fall for. We would all do the right thing. But there is no moral center in this country anymore. There is no set moral standards that we have governing our lives, like the 10 Commandments. If you had that as your set moral compass, you wouldn't stray too far away because you know your Creator is going to keep you accountable for your actions on this earth. So you need to be good and do good works. We as a people need to repent. We as a people are going down a road as Americans that destroyed other nations before us, and we are no different. So in order to make things better, in order to stop police brutality and all this corruption in our lives, we have to change ourselves. We can't ever expect anything else to change if we can't do that. So if you're not going to do everything in your power to restore your life, liberty, and this country, you're going to do everything in your power to destroy all three. Charlie the Box, the patriotic, miscreant, and a mountain.
Oh my goodness, watch Charlie the Box before he's sent to a re-educational camp.
See, some of the equipment today that our local police departments are using are downright against the law, but they do it anyways. First point is the... So what is it that we as Americans have to do to get away with
All right, Charles.
Charles.
Have a good day. Careful.
All right.